guys can finally bury the hatchet and get together. That's awesome. Look at you. I'm touched. Touched.
Go get him. Please. Sit down, please. Sit down. All right, stand up. Simon says. All right. Shall we go, boss? One over, yep. Carol won't mind.
Good evening and welcome to the Lawrence City Council meeting. Today's a special meeting. It's Thursday, August 11, 2016. Mr. Clerk, roll call, please.
Council Reyes.
Present.
Council DePena.
Present.
Council Rodriguez. Council Abdu.
Present.
Council Maldonado.
Present.
Council Alvarez Rodriguez. Council Vice President LaPlante.
Present.
And Council President Vasquez.
Present. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. To members of the audience, please note that this is a special city council meeting. As a result of that, there's no public participation. Moving on with the agenda, we have no minutes for approval. Public hearing, there's none. The only two documents that we will be discussing today are communications, which are document 24916, letter of resignation submitted by Councilor Sandy E. Almonte, District 8 City Councilor, and it was placed on the agenda by myself. Mr. Clerk, can you please read the letter of resignation for the record, please?
Letter of resignation dated August 9, 2016. Dear Council President Vasquez, please accept this letter as notice of resignation from the Lawrence City Council, effective immediately. Thank you for your attention. Sandy E. Almonte, District 8 Councilor, signed and executed and copied to Mayor Rivera and the City Clerk and all council members.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Councilors, can I please get a motion to accept the resignation of
I'd
Councilor
like to make
Almonte?
that motion.
Second.
Discussion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Discussion, Council Vice President Mark LaPlante.
Thank you very much, Council President. Let's say this is a unique time in our city when we have individuals who decide to run for office and for whatever the reasons are, have decided to step down. And I know that we have a lot of feelings about this, and I know that I do. But I wanted to make a comment, which is when someone decides to make a decision to run for public office, they are putting their individual, their family, their lives out in the open to be criticized at any moment. And you get the phone calls and everything else, and we all ask for that. But there is a bit of sacrifice involved. And so what I wanted to do is, what I don't want to get lost in the discussion as it swirls around us, is that Councilor Almonte is an individual who decided to get into the ring and decided to take some positions and act on what she thought was in the best interest of the people that she represented, and acted in what she thought was in the best interest of our city. And for those reasons, I must commend her for taking that those chances, that step, and that initiative all 4 years, all 4 terms that she decided to run. The newspaper today said that she was a colorful figure. I couldn't say it any more aptly than that. But listen, this city council has been made of colorful figures. There's a colorful figure over our shoulder by the name of William Wall, who was a city council president for a number of years. We've had a number of people that have served where we're sitting now, and sometimes it takes something like this to have us take a step back, to reflect a little bit and say, listen, we're all part of a body. We're all part of trying to do things. Yes, we disagree, and sometimes we disagree quite vehemently. But at the end of the day, at the end of the whatever, we get to a resolution. We may not be happy with it, but we do. So anyway, I stopped right there, and I just want to formally thank Councilor Almonte for her work on the city council, for her successes, and for her bringing her opinions and her dynamic to this body.
Thank you. Councilor Maldonado.
Yes, Mr. President, I support heartily the decision that Councilor Almonte made in resigning. She has some personal issues, and I support that. There's no question that we're going to miss her. She has been very outspoken, like Councilor Plant indicated, sometimes very vividly in a form that we sometimes may not accept. But the fact of the matter is that she represented well her community, she represented well her district, and I think she's going to be missed. And I'm very happy that Mayra obviously accepted, and I'm very happy that she did. It is better to select someone that has already made her intention known, rather than choosing somebody out of the blue. I would like to point out that the city charter, and for those who are listening, the city charter doesn't state any procedures as to whether this city council has the power to accept or reject any resignation from a city councilor. And that what we are doing tonight, in my opinion, is simply a formality of accepting the resignation, because there is nothing that we can do. We cannot reject a resignation from a city council. So consequently, if we cannot reject, we cannot accept. But obviously, simply it's a formality that we are taking that is not supported by the city charter.
Councilors, is there any further discussion? Seeing there's none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'd like to make a motion to withdraw this item.
Motion to withdraw has been made.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Now moving on with the agenda, document 25016. Document 25016 is the District 8 City Councilor filling in the vacancy. It was also placed on the agenda by myself. Mr. Clerk, can you please inform us what the process is based on the charter, section 3.9, filling of vacancies by city councilors? Specifically, 3.9, section B.
Thank you, Council President. One, receiving the letter of resignation. No. Upon receiving the letter of resignation, certainly consulted with yourself, as you may recall, and then followed up a consultation with the city attorney who had pointed or directed us both to 3.9 subsection B, filling of vacancies, that section being of the Lawrence City Charter, providing the manner by which district councilors are, who may vacate a position or a vacancy that occurs, that filling of that vacancy is to be provided by the charter. Reviewing those sections, it points to the manner by which district councilors are put to fill vacancies in the same manner as councilors at large under section A, citing the pertinent section that the vacancy shall be filled under subsection A, second line, shall be filled for the balance of the unexpired term by the candidate for the office of district councilor at the most recent election and received the highest number of votes without being elected. and provided that such person is willing to serve and remains qualified to do so. If said person is not willing to serve or not eligible to serve, the candidates in descending order is then selected for the qualified office. Provided, however, that any such candidate failed to receive a total vote of 30% or more of the vote, who received the lowest number of votes was declared elected in the office for the district council, in this case, District A. Then the requirement that the city council is required to fill the vacancy within 30 days. By that method, and if that method fails, by other methods, to which we have done before. Reviewing of the election results from November 3rd of 2015, it is noted, and I've provided to you in your materials, that candidate Myra Ortiz was the runner-up with 39.35%. Providing that information to the city attorney advised that the candidate is qualified as long as she is eligible. My understanding, Council President, is that discussions with candidate Ortiz is willing, ready and able to accept the position. And that's the extent of my search on this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. That is correct. Based on information that I have received from candidate Ortiz, at this point, she is still a registered voter at the same address for the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And she has willingly said that she will be able to serve for the remaining portion of the term. And at this point, Mr. Clerk, I think it will be appropriate to swear Myra Ortiz as our new city councilor. Ms. Ortiz,
Explain them all later. If you would raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Myra Ortiz,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and
to
allegiance
the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
and will support the Constitution thereof,
and will support the Constitution thereof,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Myra Ortiz,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
and perform
and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
in the position as District A City Councilor,
in the position as District A City Councilor,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
agreeably,
agreeably,
and to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
and to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
and the laws of this Commonwealth.
and the laws of this Commonwealth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Councilor Ortiz, at this point, feel free to join us at the table.
I like to, I can make a comment from here. Thank you so much for all of the support. Thank you so much to the city clerk for saying it slowly so that I would be able to repeat the words appropriately. Thank you so much to my family, to my children who are not here today but are supporting me. And thank you to everyone that took the time to come out today in the City Hall chambers to support that decision that Mark talks about, that is such a personal decision. I want to recognize also right now former City Councilor Almonte for her service and the amount of terms that she went out and served and how she vividly and vibrantly fought for what she believed was correct. She's a woman of conviction and a woman of distinct character. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilor.
That's the naughty side.
There's like this hazard. There's a big hazard. Yellow right here inside. It's like, is that like a buyer beware thing?
Councilors, please note that at this point, I would like to include Councilor Ortiz to our work. And as a result of that, I am sending her to serve in the subcommittees, in 2 subcommittees. You will be part of the Housing Subcommittee and the Personnel Subcommittee. Welcome on board. Your first meeting officially will be on Tuesday, August 16th, at the full council. So you will have very little time to relax. And in the meantime, Mr. Vice President, I'll walk over.
Oh, wonderful. Homework. Love it. All by Tuesday?
You gotta put that-
I have just presented Councilor Ortiz with a copy of the city charter as well as a copy of the Robert Rules of Order, which is a book all of us have received previously in this city council, and I think it's appropriate for her to have a copy of it as well. Councilors, if there's no further discussion or any questions, I would like to get a motion.
I'd like to just say one thing. I just want to welcome
Council Vice President
Councilor,
Mark LaPlante.
Ortiz. It's going to be rare that we get to call you by name. I'm going to take a little executive privilege to say that. But I welcome the new council from District A, and I look forward to working with her. I think we all do. And with your school committee, with our school committee backgrounds, such as we say with Councilor Rodriguez from District D, we're going to see, I think, a very vibrant, strong, and very continue a very meaningful conversation and dialogue on all the issues that we face as a city. So I look forward to working with her, Council President.
Seeing there's no further comments, can I please get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion has been made and properly second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, and welcome, Councilor.
We have to consider the